A drunk Belarusian man in his underwear goes total rage in Thailand as 7 officers struggle to restrain him. He's charging wildly and throwing these officers around like it's nothing, with what appears to be his wife and children watching as the chaos unfolds. It's clear that he's not in his right state of mind, and these are the exact scenarios for which the SafeWrap system was created. Instead of jumping on his back and trying to choke him, using our system, the first officer enters from the rear to control the subject's waist before the second officer enters and controls the upper body. Then the lower officer pivots to the front and binds the legs together so the subject can't walk, while the upper body officer guides them to their back as safely as possible. As soon as they land, we aim to keep the person on their back because that's where we have the greatest control and that's where they have the least escape potential. With someone this strong, if you put them on their stomach, you give them a huge tactical advantage. Don't believe me? Watch Bernardo stand up with me literally standing on top of him. But if we keep him on his back and establish SafeWrap side control instead, his get-up potential is virtually eliminated. While the subject burns their energy, the upper body officer aims to achieve crossover arm control, which greatly limits their ability to push, strike, or reach for weapons. Once the subject's will to fight is significantly reduced, both officers roll him on his side in tandem. From here, the lower body officer establishes crossover leg control, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we want to be. Maximum control with minimal probability of injury to all parties involved. Best of all, because the subject is restrained on their side, we can see their face the entire time, which is a huge help when it comes to verbal de-escalation and monitoring for medical distress. When it's time to handcuff, if we release the grips and roll the subject onto their stomach, they have the opportunity to explode back to their feet, and this is when all hell breaks loose. If instead we use the SafeWrap lateral handcuffing procedure, we can pass their hands behind their back as a team and keep control the entire time. And even if the person decides to resist halfway through, it doesn't matter because their hips are locked and they can't pronate. The SafeWrap system is patent pending worldwide and does require a license for use so that we can ensure every officer is properly trained in this life-saving system. Thankfully, the license is now free for all law enforcement, all military, and all first responders. The old way of doing things simply doesn't cut it anymore. If we want better outcomes, we need better systems. Go to SafeWrapSystem.com to learn more about instructor certification.